Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy. And looking now at some numbers for Zach LaVine.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. In the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. And for Chicago, the guard set is Giddey and White. LaVine and Williams up in the forward positions. And it's Vucevic in at the center position. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
Here's Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. And you were just talking about this, Coach. Patrick Williams, a guy with loads of potential.
Yeah, Kevin, he's had to deal with a lot of injuries here early in his career. Sometimes he tends to disappear in games, but when he's got it going, this guy has a chance to be a really good 3-and-D player.
It's going to be fun to see where he takes his game. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. White, good.
You got to commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
McCollum outside. Back to Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Murray's got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
White, good.
Well, there you see the skill of White, able to float the ball into the basket.
McCollum against White. A floater. McCollum, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Pass to Vucevic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. Here now is the 2K leaderboard. Over the past month, these teams have tortured opponents defensively. The Pelicans 4th.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's McCollum. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. And yes, it's good.
Well, there's nothing you can do when Zion is at the rim like that. Impossible to move him.
Now White. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Left side, Levine. Just 5 to shoot. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Well, look, Levine is such a gifted scorer that it opens up so much for him out of pick and roll action.
White against McCollum. Williamson outside. Pass to Murray. Launches it. Kept alive. Kicks it out to McCollum. There's a good screen. Williamson with the bounce pass. Good on the shot.
The basketball mind Williamson has is special. Just knows how to break the D down in that pick and roll.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk, so I wanted to know what his plans were for going up against C.J. McCollum. Coach said outsmarting him isn't really an option. He added, I think we'll just try to throw size at him so his shots aren't coming easy and his sight lines are disruptive. So he's looking to challenge McCollum as much as possible. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
And it's in there. There's a minute left to play in the first. Giddey against Murray. Unloads from 13. Rebound by Smith. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And White kicks to Levine. Kick by Vucevic. Here's the three. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Levine. Not a lot of room. Pass to Vucevic. Messi grabs the rebound.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front, up by 2. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Chicago.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
So for New Orleans right now, Tice at center with Williamson next to him. Then it's Jose Alvarado. Then there's Hawkins. And it's Boston in at the shooting guard. You know, Stan, it sometimes seems that coaches get themselves ejected on purpose to fire up their team. Am I on the right track there or not?
Well, Kevin, certainly it happens with some guys. There have certainly been guys, Jerry Sloan, Don Nelson, who would do some of that.
How about you? How about you?
Now, Kevin, you know me. All I always ever tried to do was help the referees because we all just want to get to the right call, and I could help them in that way.
You did all the time.
As much as I could, but they were not receptive.
Both free throws good from Dosunmu. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Alvarado cans it from downtown. Alvarado's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Williams a screen. Ball feeling it out a bit. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. The Pelicans trail. Pass to Alvarado. Early play, just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Tice, no good. Now the Bulls with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
The first one falls. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group. But it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Ball hits them both. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
And staying while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
Well, that's a terrific assessment. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
A chance to check out the numbers for Williams. How last month turned out for him, he's right around 9 points a night, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, look, it's not about being a stat stuffer. It's about being a guy coaches can count on and an asset to the team as a whole.
Got a piece of it. And they get it back. Now, here's Ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
He has the entire arsenal when it comes to handling the rock, cutting through the D like butter. I love Ball when he's aggressive to attack.
Back to Williamson. Over Williams. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Williamson's got the game tied up here for New Orleans. And here is Dosunmu. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. So for the Bulls, Vucevic comes in for Smith, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Williams. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Williamson a screen on Ball. Wide open look here for Murray. Offline with his 3. For New Orleans, their last game a loss to the Boston Celtics. And Greg for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Chicago. It's a 3-point game. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, taking care of the ball has to be their #1 priority. But they also have to stay aggressive. You have to strike a good balance.
A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night. Pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, #1, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. And then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just, excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Pass to Messi. McCollum against Levine. Shot clock at 5. Fires from the wing. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Lets it go with a 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Levine's got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls. And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Josh Giddey.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
.112 left now here in the second. Here's Murray. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
From 15 feet away, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Murray's got 7.
Yeah, over the years, Murray has worked to make himself a 3-level scorer.
Outside, White. Pass to Giddey. Fires for 3. Rebound by Murray. Pelicans trail by 3. Rebound by Williams.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
A wide open look here for Vucevic. Sinks the triple. He's got 7.
Working it to Vucevic, and he does not hesitate.
Murray with it. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, You know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody, Kenny. Always knew what the floor looked like.
And now, guys, it's time to talk about that challenging first half for the Pelicans.
In a tight game like this, free throws could be the difference. It would help if they could get some freebies.
Is that how you saw it when they would foul you? Freebies?
Nah, it was usually and one. Free throws were just a bonus.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. So, Stan, I'm looking at this Pelicans roster. They've done a great job building through trades, signing kids off the street, and acquiring talent.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Kevin, that anyone's done a better job of putting together a roster so deep and talented. And as you said, they've done it in so many ways. Draft, trade, undrafted guys. Just a tremendous job.
Really something. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. The guard set is Giddey and White. And it's Levine at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Throw good, McCollum. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And that comes from McCollum's tenacity, because you have to have an edge to get that and one shot to fall.
And, G.A., what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Throw good, McCollum. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
McCollum with the ball, now defended by Levine. McCollum, no good.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Pass to Williams. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Williamson. And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, C.J. McCollum has talked about his fit on the Pelicans. He says, with my skill set, I can play in any environment, style, and system. With this group, it's just about me making the right plays and finding my offense without taking away opportunities for BI and Z to get theirs. Kevin?
Yeah, true, David. You know, shooting always helps. He's got some talented guys around him for sure.
That pull-up from Levine, there's not much you can do to stop it.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. Over the last month, getting it done. He's averaging about 19 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
I got yours.
Murray against Giddey. Back to Murray. Pass to Williamson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Williamson's got 11.
And such a force moving around the paint. Zion goes where he wants.
Levine with it. Fires the three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Nisi's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Murray outside. Pass to Nisi. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Pelicans. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement.
And I think for New Orleans, their place in the standings would be a disappointment for just about any team, but especially one with such high expectations.
I agree, guys. I thought they'd be a lot better. Sometimes you can have disappointing years like this, though, and they're not a lot of fun to be a part of.
Vucevic against Murray.
Come get it.
Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 9.
Yeah, 2 tough points from Murray. He's got some grit to his game.
And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
Pass to Boston. There's the screen. Hits the three-point bomb. Boston's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Pick by Williams. Dosunmu, the pass to Williams. Count that bucket.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And, you know, another thing that's really been working for them tonight is the mid-range. That they're having no problem finding shots in that area.
Here's Boston. White covering. And here's McCollum for three. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Dosunmu, the pass to Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
And that one falls for Williams. Hawkins checked in for DeJounte Murray. He's perfect from the line this time.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
McCollum against Ball. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. The shot. Can't hit that one.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's McCollum. It's all in by the Bulls.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Ball from long range. Connects from three-point range. Bulls got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls. McCollum right side. Shoots over Ball. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Chicago, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll return shortly. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Hold your ground. Don't let him back your way in. Just hold your ground. The other thing, too, is once he picks the ball up, he's not going to shoot it. If he does, just stay down on him.
I like the way the Donovan's conveying that scouting report to his guys.
I mean, knowing how your opponent plays is important, and I think he's on point on this one.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Tice at center with Williamson next to him. Then there's Hawkins. Then it's Jose Alvarado. And it's Boston in at the two-guard position. Here's Bruce Ellis. And the three off target.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's Hawkins. Chicago grabs the miss. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Craig. Here's Ball. On the wing, Dosunmu. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Bulls lead by 15.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And it's Williamson missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And it's Smith missing. Pelicans trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Alvarado. Williamson double team. Pass to Boston. Cranes the three-pointer.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. So for the Bulls, Levine's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Carter in for Lonzo Ball. And the Pelicans making a change here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Levine's shot is off. And Murray's got the ball here for the Pelicans. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Robinson Earl, the pass to Williamson. 5 on the clock. Williamson double team. Shoots over Dosunmu, and it's Williamson missing. The Bulls leading by 12. Pass to Dosunmu. Screen by Smith. Dosunmu, the pass to Smith, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Murray outside. Shoots over Dosunmu, and the Pelicans miss again. Now Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Dosunmu, covered by Williamson. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And timeout called by Willie Green. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
And they were in danger of losing back-to-back games before he stepped to the forefront here tonight. This was not a game he was going to let get away from him. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's McCollum. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Free throws off from McCollum.
Yeah, for some reason, McCollum has always flown under the radar. But he's a constant threat to score 20-plus points, and he does it efficiently.
They swipe it. Pass to Murray. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, that's a great setup there. Murray keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Bulls leading by 12. Here's LaVine. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Free throw good, Levine.
Look, he's an ideal modern wing. Levine has tremendous athleticism, length, a great three-point shot. He's been productive for years.
And so Levine nails both of them. Pelicans trail by 14. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to McCollum. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Giddy the pass to Vucevic. Outside, Levine. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Vucevic dishes to White. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. And the Bulls lead by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Zach LaVine.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Yes, that goes in. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Williams, a screen on McCollum. White against McCollum. White looking around. They double him with Williamson. Fires, high post. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Nick, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We were really good on defense, and then once we get stops, we're very good on offense. We got some easy ones, and we just kept grinding, you know. We never let them back in the game, and it felt good to get this one tonight.
Great performance by you guys, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Zach LaVine.